Prepare yourself for invasion. This is Indie Invasion.
I was just laughing because all I can see is just this of you.
Hello.
Hello. What's up, guys? We're back, Indie Invasion Shorts, and Mac is out in the field.
Yeah, we missed the last 2 weeks, and because I've been traveling and I'm still traveling, and I couldn't get on. And I think it was Ron that was like, "Hey, you got a phone?" I was like, "Well, yeah, actually, I do."
Yeah, actually.
So but be advised. Oh, we got Todd R on here. What's up, Todd?
What's up, Todd?
Yeah, long time no see. Just in time to be back for us to tune this thing up. Turn my camera 90. Okay. See, I don't even know what I'm doing on my phone. Now I'm all upside down. And
it's old man tech.
I know, right? Hold on a second. Let me see if there's Ron. Let me see if I can figure this out. Let's see.
So we thought today, since Mac's kind of not in the studio, and we just kind of hang out. Technically, this is like a hobby night for us, but yeah, it's kind of hard to hobby when you're out and about, right?
I can paint the walls. I could paint the walls. I mean, I don't know anything else, but I've got a bad signal here anyway, and I've been cutting out. So hopefully,
Yeah.
Hopefully, did you guys lose me?
We lost you a little bit there.
All right, let me see. I'm gonna walk around a little bit and see if I can find a.
I might have to press the go button or something.
Yeah,
the turbo button.
Turbo button. See if we can find that turbo button. All right.
Oh man, but let me see who else we got. Max cutting in now. Hopefully he comes back in. Let's see. So I'm gonna leave this up here for just in case he comes back. Congratulations on the proud dad moment for sure. Yes, Nando actually graduated from Navy boot camp today. So hopefully Mac comes back on here. I might have to get the turbo button or something for him. I got stuff popping up. Well, here I got something that'll work.
Hey,
what the heck?
That signal's a little better.
Surprise.
Hello.
So grab that chair. We were messing with you guys. We were messing with you. Mac was in my kitchen.
Yep. Because just like Ron said, my boy graduated from boot camp today, so I am right up the road from Eric. So first time.
This is the first time live next to each other.
Yeah, because when we did first Coastal Con, all we did was
we recorded some stuff.
we did a video, but
we never actually. So this could be like the possible future here for the podcast mansion.
If we could just get Eric to move,
or what? How does Todd call it? He calls it the compound.
The compound, exactly. If I could just get Eric to move, I really came up here so that my son could graduate from boot camp, and so that I could talk directly to Mary about the moving, because so it's better.
Oh, it's kind of nice seeing one big picture too of us.
And listen, Todd, I was trying to get him to come see you. Because I told him, I showed him the weather in San Antonio. I was like, listen, man, it would be warmer if we were in Texas at Air Force boot camp instead of Navy boot camp, where actually it's not that bad up here, though. It was almost 40 today.
No, if you were here a week ago, we were like 25 degrees colder. I don't think we broke.
More than that. You were -7 at one point
with the wind.
Yeah,
the wind chill put us under 0. So it's like when I saw you post pictures of your flip flops, I was like, yeah, that ain't gonna work.
Yeah, and so I still drove up here in shorts. I did have tennis shoes on though. I did have tennis shoes, but I still wore shorts because I knew what it was going to be. And actually, it's 77 at home today. So, you know, what are you going to do? But yeah, so we've been planning this. Yeah. like Todd said, there's absolutely no need to live that way. I agree. I could not agree more.
So now he's from up north. Was it Todd? Was it not Michigan? Is it?
And where does he live now?
Yeah, I know.
In Texas.
He got wise.
That's right.
Oh man,
that's right. So that was the plan. So this was actually Eric's got to see my game space from what was that? That was several years ago now.
2 years, I think, at least, right?
It's got more than that. Right before COVID.
Yeah, it was right before.
Before COVID.
God, so that's like almost 4 years ago.
So when he came down for the first Coastal Con, that was when he got to see my game space. And so now I've finally seen everything that you guys don't see, like the other side of the computer.
Mm-hmm.
So I've gotten to see it,
which is a mess.
It doesn't matter. Eric has an awesome gaming space. You guys can always see mine. I have a big gaming space, but
yeah, you guys only get to see like basically what's right behind me downstairs, the shelving that I have. And I was telling him, I was thinking about changing it up somehow since I do the comic
we have
thing.
Visitors.
Putting comic on one side, gaming on the other side, and then I can just do what you do is just flip the camera around.
Yeah.
And
I'm petting him. That's why he's not leaving. I'm petting a dog. I left all my dogs at home.
They came barreling in. I saw that. No, they're not barking.
They're not bothering me.
Well, my hands are.
Your hands are clean. Your hands are clean.
They're your problem.
So, what were we going to talk about tonight? I said,
I have no idea. Boot camp?
It was supposed to be a kind of a hobby night, but things have been crazy this last month, from the holidays to boot camp to all your traveling and stuff.
Hello.
So,
just a little closer. There you go. Hello. It's nice to see you. I've made a new friend.
Yeah, you're petting him. So
I'm pretty sure he smells my dogs too.
But yeah, I thought we'd just do a hangout, whatever you guys want to talk about. You know, what are you guys looking forward in the new year? I mean, Adepticon clock is starting to tick already.
Yeah, but I don't know if I'm ready to make that drive again.
Yeah, that's kind of
that's a little abrupt.
Yeah. I wish it was a little bit more in between, halfway.
Yeah,
you know, like maybe say if it was Ohio, that would be perfect.
Let's bring it down a little closer. Maybe Kentucky, Kentucky or Tennessee, somewhere North halfway. Carolina, upstate South Carolina.
So
any of that. But
that's coming up.
Well, actually, Alan messaged me about going to. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a convention in Jacksonville at the beginning of March. And it's been really hard for me to get away to.
I thought about that.
Games Plus. Yeah, I thought about going to a store too while I was up here. But it depends on what happens and when we go and all that stuff. But there's a con in Jacksonville that he invited me to that I think I might go to. I managed to get babysitter for my kids because my wife's working that weekend. So got a shipping notification on Don't Look Back. Oh, okay. Well, we know what Ron's going to be working on then.
Yeah, I got that big old box too, Ron, that I barely touched.
What's Falls Con? Okay, so
which one is that?
Ron's going to Gary Con for the first time, 50th anniversary, and Falls Con. What's Falls Con, Todd? Is that in Texas?
Probably. That's probably a local thing. He's trying to convince us to come down to Texas. That's probably what he's doing.
I tried to get my son to let me go to Texas. I was like, you know, I don't really remember seeing San Antonio because I was there in boot camp, and so you know,
you saw just basically a couple buildings.
Yeah, and I thought that this, you know, I would get to experience the flip side of that coming up here. I'm like, okay, so I'll get to see Navy boot camp and see the town around there. Yeah, I don't get to because I can't see 15 feet for the fog.
Oh yeah, that was pretty bad. Did you ever get that wiper?
I never got the wiper blade changed, but I got some Rain-X and it's working great.
Okay.
So, well, not a store, the store. Oh, Games Plus is the store.
Yes, this was a store so I met Terrence at this store way back in the Montauk days.
Okay.
And it's kind of the store in our area. Like Bob goes there. We met Bob there. I'm trying to think who else you might know that has gone there. It's basically the big store in our area.
Well, and to be fair, Terrence, any store is the store to me.
That's true.
Wichita Falls. I am not going to Wichita Falls, dude. That's where I went to tech school. Right? You're trying to get me to go to San Antonio to boot camp and then right on the tail end to tech school.
Man, oh man. So, one of the things I thought of doing with you tonight, and because I am so bad at putting things in the mail, that you have to drive 13 hours.
That was more than 13
to get something. Now, so I didn't wrap it for you, so
it's wrapped.
You can open it and show everybody.
I bet everybody can guess what it is.
Yeah, you guys probably know what it is.
Look, it's my book. It's my book.
Now you have to open it and look inside because I did go that extra mile.
You did go the extra mile. Here we go. I'm going to look first and then I'm going to share. Okay. Of course, I don't have my glasses on right now, so I can't see anything.
Hopefully,
that's what
you guys,
OLB
we sound
does.
okay. I have one mic between the two of us, so.
All right, where did he?
So my name's right there on that page.
Oh yeah, you were on the. Oh, because you backed it.
Yeah.
Where did he sign it?
Let me see. I know he did it in the beginning somewhere. Not there. That's the bloom.
There it is.
Go.
Oh yeah, look at that. Boom. That's awesome. I can't wait to read this one. I would read it on the way home on the drive, but I got to drive. So
busy, yeah,
I'll be busy.
I don't think you want little Mac driving back, right?
Well, I thought about having him drive up when I got a little tired, but all right, this is awesome.
So yeah, I got that. And that was actually I won that in a drawing.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
So that's like their base pledge, and it came with the book. It came with all the tokens.
What's the War Gods book?
So that's something extra I threw in there.
Oh, extra!
Because I bought one, and then Bob gave me one.
Oh, that's right. I remember you saying
and
that.
I forgot that. I'm like, if you want it, I know you like reading rule
I do
books.
love some rule books now.
So
I love having rule books.
Just the fact that it's Egyptian themed, which has always been a theme, I think is cool. I mean, we've talked about this before.
Oh yeah.
I wish there was a good Stargate game. There's an RPG one. I think we've talked about this. I think there's something miniatures out there.
There's some old like pulp style miniatures of SG-1 and a handful of Jaffa, maybe even some gold. I'm not sure everything, but I know SG-1 was in there. Look, Todd said we're even on the right side.
Oh, hey, I didn't even think of that.
That was good. I did. It was totally planned.
Yeah.
Totally planned.
Yeah.
ReaperCon in Texas. Yeah, that's a possibility. I would like to go to ReaperCon. I've looked at it several times. Dragon
Con do gaming, or is that like
it's mostly comic and cosplay
and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was kind of. They probably do have some gaming.
I'm sure they do.
But it's probably like RPG oriented.
With all the cosplay, it probably is RPG. I think I've made a friend over here. What's up, Wrinklehead? I got a friend down here.
Well, the other one's right here between my legs.
Yeah, she's not quite brave enough to come over here yet, but that's okay. That's okay. So what's everybody working on? I'm still working on BattleTech stuff. It was Todd P. Wasn't it Todd P?
Yeah. Might have been huge.
I think it was Todd P. who was I had missed the Mercenaries Kickstarter for BattleTech, but I've been slowly building in some combined arms stuff, aerospace and stuff like that, adding that so that me and the kids can play. So Black Site went to Reaper last year. Yeah, they're getting around real good lately. So I like that. Ron's working on terrain for Crisis Protocol. Man, I saw all those boxes you bought. Don't you have about 500 models to paint right now?
Gosh.
Not to mention everything that you're printing.
Well, he was the one that was actually asking me tonight if it's a hobby night. So he probably needed an excuse to work on stuff.
Technically, it is a hobby night, and you should definitely be hobbying.
I got paints and stuff behind us.
See? There you go. And shame on me. I should have thought of bringing something to my son's boot camp graduation to paint, right? I should have thought of that, but I didn't. Bad on me.
You were going to be too busy for that.
Yes, so. we've been busy. It's been a really busy day. Today was graduation, so.
So here, let me show these off. I dug these out the other day.
What is that?
So you guys that are kind of our age group probably remember this from the 90s. I don't know if this is even worth anything. This was from 94. It was like a little intro starter.
I don't remember that. I had my starter decks, but I don't remember the box. I may have had that.
Look, I still got the little mail-in thing. That's why I'm like, this has got to be worth something. It came with this little velvet bag.
I might have had that because that was probably the thing.
With little,
yeah.
Let me see if I can hold these up. They're little like glass bead markers for stuff. And I pulled this out the other day, not remembering I had it, just to see what was in there. I'm like, I got to show Mary yet these too, because it was a couple of years ago. She got this bug where she wanted to learn magic.
Oh, look, we got a new somebody on Twitch.
Hey, welcome in.
I follow
Twitch.
If You Can Burp. Well, I can. I think everybody can in general. We even have dogs in here that'll probably lay one on you if you want. But hey, how are you?
Now, sadly, I looked through these thinking their original set. Maybe there's some big money, like a Black Lotus or something. No, there wasn't. I was like, but it might be worth something because it's complete. I don't know if you guys had these. I know I had a friend that had a lot of the starter decks from back in the day, and he sold some.
Is that from 94? Or is that a reprint?
This was 94. And he sold some to basically do down payment on a car. So that's why I was like, I want to see how much. Yeah. I couldn't find one that was in this shape. I found some just boxes for like a couple $100 for just a box. And I'm like, well, wow, make a couple $100 from that.
Yeah, I don't think I'm doing that. I don't think I'm paying that for a box.
And then here's another one. This was it's probably about 95, 96. This one came out. It was the first trading card game for Star Wars. This was like a premiere. You got 2 decks. You got light side, dark side deck. I love this game. I never got past this though. No, because I never saw stuff. This was in the 90s. We didn't really have too many gaming stores unless you went to like the puzzle store, the puzzle calendar store, and they had some gaming stuff. The 90s were the card game craze. So, but yeah, I used to, oh my gosh, look at that. So
you have a cheat sheet in there? Homemade cheat sheet.
Notes or something. I haven't looked at this in a long time.
Well, I was telling Fernando because the first game that I introduced him to was 40K. That was what he started playing when he was 9. And of course, now he's 19, graduating from boot camp. But I told him, I said, well, now that you're in the military, you can get back into 40K because that's the game that gets played, because no matter where you get stationed, somebody's more than likely going to be playing. Not to mention the fact that if you're fortunate enough to get over to the UK, you're playing with all kinds of guys, and you can go to the GW store. And
nice thing, I think, with that game too, with him kind of, traveling and not really being able to take a lot of personal stuff. 40K has gotten to a point where you just need a little bit.
The kill team stuff has really been reduced. He even thought about getting back into Pokemon because I think we mentioned this. He'll be on subs, so he ain't taking a whole lot of stuff with him.
And that's easy enough to jump into. I'm looking for
he might even have to sacrifice a pair of socks even just to take a deck. All right, 5 pairs of socks or 4 pairs of socks and a Pokemon deck.
I mean, these old cards are cool. It's got a lot of text on it. I don't remember what any of this stuff means.
Ron said he has a complete set of the Star Wars stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just got this.
Of course you do, Ron. We knew you did.
I mean, is it bad that I still have the plastic wrappers from the deck?
Yes, it is. Listen, I've seen the other side, okay?
You were
in
just
his
downstairs.
Basement. And there's stuff that is just still in the box that should not be in the box. It should not be in the box still. Like there's stuff downstairs that he could open a Wild West Exodus first edition store. It's like all we sell is first edition Wild West Exodus here.
I didn't even show you the trunk.
Oh, I saw the trunk. I just didn't look in it. I know about the trunk.
That's got all my old Wild West Exodus, big chunky resin stuff that they had. I miss that stuff.
You don't have the train, do you?
I don't have the train. I got into it just after that train came out.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I remember seeing it, but I'm like, man, that's a lot of money for a game that I don't even know if I like.
Yeah, it turned out you did.
And I did.
Turned out you did.
I probably should have got, but you know what? I ended up getting I got an MDF one that I got. That's got like 3 colors on it.
What did you get? The Burn-In Designs one, or
no? It was
because the Burn-In Design one is the one that they used at.
It's very similar to that. It was a local guy that did it. Burn-In Designs.
I was going to say he's local,
but yeah, it was a guy that I got through the Games Plus that did. Had his own laser.
Okay, look, Todd said he has a train. You have the resin train.
He is the original. Wish they would remake that. I don't know. There's a lot of cool train kits out there, though.
There are
that I thought were because, like the one I got, you take the lid off and you
Yeah.
can play inside it, like the burn-in design.
Well, the thing, and we've mentioned this several times before in regards to the train. The problem with any of the other trains was those stupid plinth bases. You had a 32 millimeter model, and then he was basically a 40 mil model because of the size of the base, and so you were trying to find. Pyramid Arcade, 22 games in one box, in a box, unpainted. You guys,
wow. See, you thought I was bad.
You guys,
I think we might have to go to Todd's house.
I know.
We'll just bring all our
Todd has posted pictures of his gaming space before, and I've seen some of those unopened boxes. Todd, I've seen some of those. Well, maybe not unopened, but reasonably untouched. We've seen them. You're just as guilty. I'm guilty too. Mine are all open.
You just
hello. You want to be famous?
Yeah, he wants to be famous.
Okay, well, you're already famous.
Hi, bud. Stinky butt.
He said, "Well, he's like, you want to call me out like that on a live stream?"
He wants to know what's going on. He's not used to. He's used to just me in here.
Well, he doesn't know. Well, so is everybody else. So what do we got here? That was the in a box unpainted.
Oh, here we go.
Dogs rock. Yeah, dogs are pretty cool.
Yeah, we had two of them huddled around us right now.
Yeah,
so.
well, there's a weird person in the house. They didn't know what's going on. So that's okay. So what is it? So we know that Ron's working on MCP. Todd, are you still running hard on Zinvaded, or is that slowed down a little bit? Are you focusing on something else? Oh, and also I want to know how miniatures are coming out on that new FDM printer that you guys picked up.
Right, he got a new. Did both him and Ron get?
Yeah, they both
one?
did. I think Todd, you got the big one and the small one, right? Because of course you did. Because much like everyone saying to me, of course Matt got that rule book. Of course you did.
So he did a Zen demo weekend. This last one. Okay,
cool.
Yeah, we haven't been seeing too many posts from you, Todd.
No. Got the mini and A1 because reasons. Yeah. Have you printed any miniatures on there? I'm curious about that. I got to say, because my Enders, I could probably get them running again, but they're both at least, let's see, at least minimum 6 years old. And they have just, I've replaced, and the other day, my old reliable one, it just said, you know what? I'm tired of printing stuff.
You might have to upgrade to this. Ron's saying that he says it's awesome. He's going to post some pictures in the Discord. So if you guys head over our Discord, we got links below if you're not already in there.
Yeah.
You can check that stuff out. I've seen some videos, and didn't we look at some stuff with some videos and pictures of stuff that people have printed?
Yeah, we did. And it was Fat Dragon Games. We looked at the Fat Dragon video. Ron says he's done with Ender. 3 tables of paper terrain I got to build for Space Station 0 at Adepticon.
So Terrence is getting ready. We'll have to definitely check that out, Terrence.
Yeah. Done with Enders, huh? Yeah, Tom Tullis is the man, Todd. Oh, there we go. We got botted. Yes.
Okay.
We got botted.
Keep going there.
Yeah, Tom Tullis has some great settings, but I just don't know what step I'm going to take after my Enders. Like, I really like the resin look.
I don't think you need it though. With the hassle. I mean, I would personally prefer the resin, but that's just I don't think all those extra steps would bother me essentially. But then again, I'm the type that I'll be like rubber gloves, But
my wife works at the hospital. I got rubber gloves for days. Stinky resin, no. The other thing too is, okay, so have either of you printed any BattleTech minis on that new printer? That would be a decider for me because my kids are playing BattleTech, so that's what I'm playing. Resin for minis, filament for terrain. Yeah, see, that's kind of my thought too, because I've always gone terrain and filament.
But see, the big mechs, I think you might be able to get away with it because you won't be concerned about like a facial detail.
Yeah, that's what I would be curious if either one of you guys have printed because that printer might work just fine for
There you go.
send an STL. I'll print it tomorrow.
There you
I'll
go.
see if I can find one. Resin for resin for FDM too. I don't know what that means, but okay.
Let's see what else Todd said.
A1 Mini with 0.2 rocks minis. Okay.
Okay, so he's saying it's pretty good.
And
for
I
it.
think you're right too, though, is as far as the battle mechs, you're not looking at the same level of detail as like a face.
Yeah.
That larger scale.
It's still going to be recognizable.
Yeah, yeah. And my kids are really liking it. And because I don't have a big gaming community.
Maybe that's the deciding factor there.
Yeah.
Not just somebody to play with, but your kids.
Yeah. Well, and it's something I can get to the table, because the only other thing I'm getting to the table right now is we're still waiting to start our Burrows and Badger campaign. And that's not anybody's.
That one right there.
Yep. That's not anybody's fault. It's just my buddy hasn't been able to. He had a big 40K game last weekend. And he's like, "Oh, sorry, I can't make it." I'm like, "No, don't be sorry. That sounds like a fun weekend. Go play."
Yeah.
That's cool. But the other thing that we're working on, and maybe over the summer we can get it in, is there's 3 of us and we all have our Mordheim warbands built and painted. They're all built and painted. So it's just a matter of getting it on the schedule for us to do.
Yeah, you built some tables too for it.
I did. I built a couple of 2x2 foam, just that I can stick together.
Mm-hmm.
And they work great for what we'll be doing. And hello, puppy dog. When son wanted to play MCP, dropped everything else. Yeah. $300 for the A1 Mini is the best deal for printers. It just works. What slicer does it use? Does it
$300? That's it.
Well, I mean, if the quality is as good as it says, then obviously it's worth double what the Ender is. I know some guys have gotten decent mini prints off of the Ender. I've gotten a couple decent mini prints off of mine, and I'm no pro like Ron and Todd are with it. I'm bumbling by. I used my Tom Tullis presets, and usually they're larger minis. Like I created one character for Twisted, a Lizzie Borden, except I made her like a little kid, and she's got these 2 imaginary friend monsters.
My bell's way over there. Ding, ding, ding.
There we go. But and I printed some, but they were larger models. So
I think that's a big part of it. Is if it's a detail, if it's not fine detail, I think it'd be okay. So I think with the mechs, you probably would be okay.
Yeah, and the thing is
especially with just your kids. I mean,
no, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Listen, Mac got my littlest got a box of mechs he got a Lance for Christmas. He's already got them painted up, man. He slapped the speed paints on.
Wow.
I gave him a little detail brush, and he did a really good job of doing the cockpits. He did a really good job. I was really surprised how good he did, because he was determined not to mess it up. So he was like, he would put the fine detail brush really close to the paint, but not quite in the paint, and then try to put it on the model on the canopy.
Man.
I'd be like, "Dude, you got to get some actual paint on there." He's like, I got some. Like, no, you didn't. But
now, hey, I remember when my son Xander was trying to do the painting and stuff with him, it was the opposite. It was load that brush all the way up so you don't have to stop.
Well, that's where he used to be. Like, I've got models. I've got old Wild West Exodus models and every other kind of game you can imagine that have paint on them so thick that they look like you printed them on an FDM printer and didn't know what any of the settings were. You didn't have a point anything nozzle. You had a 1. It was just, putting plastic out there.
No, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, they got to start somewhere. So that's cool that they're getting excited about that. I mean, that's your gaming group right there. So you kind of got to go where they want to go.
And the thing is about, like, between the resin and FDM with those, though, is Modest Mini Studios. I've talked about them a number of times. One of the print farms. I think they're in Texas too, Todd. Not that really makes any difference, but I get minis from him, and he's always doing he does resin stuff, and I've got some really, really great mechs from him that were done in resin.
Okay.
So I'm kind of partial to that mentally. That's why I want to see one on this. What is it called? The Bamboo? Yeah, the Bamboo Studio, the A1, and then maybe I'll pull the trigger on that.
I don't know what it is, why I haven't pulled that trigger. I got so close so many times last year, and I just didn't. Kind of glad I didn't. Because look, there's already new technology that's better, and that's the problem with these. It's like computers; they go so fast.
It's going to be like an iPhone.
Yeah,
they're going to release the Ender 27, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then a week later they'll release the Ender 27B.
I mean, if it's cheaper, it's a little bit easier to be like, yeah, I'll try it. Type of thing. And they are getting there. It's just there's too many other things I want to spend kind of money on. Like, you know.
I will, Ron. I'll hit you up and I'll see what I can find. There's a couple of really good sculptors out there that are doing some cool mechs. And
that's a nice thing with mechs. You don't have to worry about copyright and it looking like it's a mech.
Right. It's big stompy robots. Yeah. Well, it's just if you think about the whole Harmony Gold and FASA thing that happened with BattleTech, that probably wouldn't even happen now because there's so much big stompy mech stuff out there. Everybody's ripped everybody off. There's nothing original.
Well, it's become part of like anime culture at this point that in every single anime there's some kind of mech
big stompy
robot of some kind. So it's such a staple mark anymore.
I do have a couple of models on my desk. I pulled a couple of the small Bot Wars dudes, and I was like, oh, those will be perfect proto mechs.
I still have all mine. I look at them every once in a while and think about paint, because right before we got out of it, I bought that big kit of the Constructicons. So I got the one that looks like the old school Constructicon. And I'm just like, I looked at it a couple times. I'm like, man, this looks like a lot of work. To pin it and all that stuff. It's heavy. So.
I'll hit you up, Ron, since you have all those mech files. Look at Bob.
Bob just joined us.
You missed it, man. You have to go back and watch the beginning.
Go watch the beginning, Bob.
Surprise! My son just graduated from Navy boot camp today, so we're up here, and we've been plotting on what we were going to do.
He wanted to see snow.
No, he didn't.
Well,
he didn't.
I know the kids did.
Yeah, the kids did. I didn't want to. No, it's 77 where I live right now, man.
Oh boy, what is Todd saying here? That's not a green screen.
Not a green screen.
Got one of those, but
it's the real deal, man. Look, watch. See, it's the real deal.
Oh man.
So yes, I am in his basement, Bob. That is, well, actually, no, we're not in the basement. We're upstairs.
We're upstairs.
I did get to go check out the basement, though. And on that note, he has plenty of room for a 3D printer.
I do. I just would have to get a table or something down there.
Don't let him suck you into the idea that he has limited space. Because I looked at where he's got his camera set up downstairs, and it's like in a little corner.
Yeah.
And then all the space is over there. Like mine's reversed, right?
For stuff.
Oh yeah, mine's reversed. All my space is behind me in my camera.
Yeah, I could easily put on that bar I got downstairs. Yeah. But of course, the bar is covered with like
comic books,
2 layers of comic book boxes.
Yep. There's still plenty of room.
I got too many hobbies. What can I say?
There's still plenty of room. It's fine. There's still plenty of room. So yeah, Ron, I'll definitely hit you up when we get back. Then I'll ask Little Mac what mechs he's liking right now. He loves the Atlas right now. Eric Kahn, everyone crashes in your basement and plays games.
Oh my gosh, that would be
it's man, you gotta do it in the summertime. It's too cold up here. I'll say it again. It's 77 degrees at my house right now.
To go outside, just stay inside.
Yeah, but see, if you're where it's warm, your wife can go to the waterfront.
Yeah,
you can go down to the beach. You could go to all the art galleries and stuff. That's on Bay Street.
We need something in between. We gotta find something in between.
I moved it down. Just bring it down
Kentucky, Tennessee.
Yeah, just keep bringing it.
Because I think that would be good. Because Todd's over in Texas.
There you go.
Come over. You guys over on the East Coast can come over. us up here can come on
Just
down.
move
and-
from this frigid northern waste. Don't get a printer unless you have a project in mind. There's other cool stuff to spend your hard-earned cash
So
on.
that's my
Yeah.
problem is I haven't been getting it because I want to
Yeah.
spend it on other stuff. I mean, I'm
Well, and Ron keeps spoiling me. He's like, "Hey,
Yeah.
you want to need something printed?" I'm like, "Well, nah."
Well, I'm saying that's a good excuse. If you have one, and you have buddies that don't have one and want to print stuff, well, then you're kind of at least using it.
I'm just gonna have an auto renew of resin and filament that just ships to Ron.
Send it to Ron. Yeah.
Ships to Ron.
I mean, that's one thing. If you have somebody that's just helping you get material, yeah, why not use
Ship
it?
it right to Ron.
Because I would think you'd run. Well, I don't know about you, but I think a normal person would run out of things to print eventually.
Well, yeah, somebody might. Not anybody that has a printer, I don't think.
Oh man! Oh man! Oh man!
So anyway, how long we been here? Because as fun as this is, I am whooped, man. We drove up
13 hours,
I
right?
don't even know what day it is. It's like 14 and a half. We stopped halfway. We
Tuesday.
stopped in Kentucky.
Yeah.
We left Tuesday, stopped in Kentucky overnight. But it's still, you're sitting in the car for the whole time. And
I remember that year I came down to Charlotte
Yeah.
for that last Mace, I think
Yeah.
it was, and I made it halfway, and I had to pull over at like 2 a.m. or something,
Yeah.
and I slept in my car at a rest stop for till the sun came up.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, had it just been me, that's what I would have done
Yeah.
too, but it wasn't. So how many comics can you get for the price of a printer? That's a good question.
Well, it depends.
$300.
Well, it depends which comic. I could
one
probably,
page out of one of them.
I mean, I have some that I could probably just get rid of that one comic and get one.
Right, there you go.
So
Or that one comic and get 3,
yeah,
depending on it.
yeah,
So-
that's true.
So I have an interesting question.
Okay.
How do we do this? How do we go out? I mean, this is a unique. We've never been here before.
Oh yeah, we might have to take turns or
Yeah,
something.
I don't know. I don't even know what to
Let's
do.
see.
I'm just confused. Do we just say goodbye? I mean, like we're confused. We don't know what we're doing. We haven't been here before.
Oh, I'm already on the wrong banners. Here we go.
This is what the podcast mansion would look like. Oh, I don't have my phone in here. We went to the mall with my son today, and they have a radio station inside the mall, right? And they have a glass window so you can look in.
Okay.
I took a picture of it. I'm gonna send it to you. I'll post it in the group. I was like, this is what the podcast mansion recording room would look like. Right
Oh,
here.
my
Got
God.
a soundboard right in front of the computer. Got the big old boom mic hanging over like a little miniature crane that you would
Man,
want
we
on
would
your
look-
terrain table.
That's like some professional stuff.
Oh, yeah,
I
it
don't
was
know
cool.
about that.
That was cool.
I'm used to, the little mic here and the camera up there.
Listen, if we're in a podcast mansion, we need that room with the glass window so people can come tap on it. We can say
and distract us.
Yeah, don't feed the fish little thing there.
So I did radio stuff in college, and it was basically a little room with no windows, and that's
Oh
all
no,
I
this
learned.
one was cool. I'll send you the picture. Well,
So,
I'll post it in the
I don't know
Discord.
if I could do that where people are staring at me like I
yeah.
was in a fishbowl.
Well,
or
it'll be in the podcast mansion. The only person to stare at us would be our wives going,
Wives.
it's time.
animals and yeah.
Yeah.
Doing this
Yeah,
and saying
it's
you
time-
need to cut the
It's
grass.
time to be done. Yeah, get out. Listen, if we're in a podcast mansion, someone else is cutting the grass.
I would hope so.
Okay.
I
Listen,
would hope
that's just
so.
how it's going to have to be. All right. I'll start.
You want to start?
I'll
Okay.
start. Okay, let's see. We don't know how this is going to go, so bear
Boom.
with us here. All right. Thanks for joining us, guys, for our very special Fernando graduated from boot camp edition of Indie Invasion shorts. We're glad you guys joined us. We're glad we were able to do this. It was fun. Don't forget to like, subscribe, smash, and share. For they say that helps those algorithm things.
Yeah.
I don't know. So just go do it. The people that know more than we do, they do that and they say that, so it must work.
Yeah. And hopefully next week we can get back to our shorts live stream every Thursday
Yeah.
night. Things have been crazy with the holidays, so keep fingers crossed. It'll probably be a regular one, a topic one, or I don't know. We haven't really talked about.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it goes because it's going to be everything's still kind of so busy right now.
Yep.
Don't forget, you can check us out on all of the podcast channels, iTunes, iHeartRadio, all that stuff. It's all out there. Go check it out.
Yep. And check us out on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Discord. Drop us a line at indieinvasion@gmail.com with any questions, suggestions for show topics, all of that kind of fun stuff. And
don't forget the Discord. Going to post a picture of what our podcast broadcast studio would look like.
Yep.
Go over to the Discord. Ron's going to post some stuff over there too.
And if you want to support us, buy yourself a fancy little hat or maybe even a shirt. Visit us at redbubble.com/people/indie-invasion. We got t-shirts, hats, stickers,
shower curtains, comforters,
pillows,
clocks,
mini skirts for Spaz, which he still hasn't got.
Yep, and they have them, Spaz. We found, maybe that's why he hasn't been watching lately, because he knows the mini skirt is on there.
But that's all we got for you guys today. So
take us to the video thing. I usually do the video.
Yes.
See, that's why we don't know what we're doing right now.
Okay, so we're doing this one right here.
All right.
Well, you know what? Hold on. Let me do this before we do that, because I'll forget.
All right, there we go. See, this is all new like this. This way. All right. Together?
Together.
All right. Don't forget to prepare yourself for the invasion.
I had to find the camera.